My heart is warmed as I look out and I see each and every one of them. Tonight, in my official capacity as superintendent of schools, I bring welcoming remarks. I promise they will be short, and everybody who knows me, I tend to be short. But I do want to welcome distinguished guests, Board of Education members, the staff who have been with you for the past 4 years, and your family and family members who have been with you since the first day that you went home. And they look into your eyes, and they have all the hopes and aspirations that are coming true today, and that they continue to have for your tomorrows. So I welcome everyone. I want to speak a little bit about the direction that you will be taking. Tonight, you start to write a new chapter in your young life. Very similar to an engaging novel, you must connect the previous chapters to the chapters, thus creating a storyline. You shall remain the main character in your story, and it is my sincere hope your character evolves as time passes, and I am confident that you will. Also, I want to speak a little bit about purpose. Know that purpose and striving for excellence is not an easy thing to accomplish. Many of you, as you sit there reflectively thinking about the past 4 years, or even perhaps your last exam that you've taken, know that effort and that journey, that toiling, is very, very worthwhile. Nothing in life worthwhile comes easily, and it always comes with a price. But when you get there, in the same way that you arrived here this evening, it is wonderful. Truly, truly wonderful. So with that, I tell you very simply, many of you may know this group, the Rascal Flatts. I have a very, very simple wish for you. It is that life becomes all that you want it to be. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. And you never need to carry more than you can hold. May each of you always be watched over, and congratulations.
faculty, administration, First Selectman DeRoss, Superintendent Hernandez, Chairman Carano, and the graduating class of 2011. Welcome to your day. A day that has been long awaited by many, but rather surreal now that we're all here. It's truly an honor to have an opportunity to say a few words tonight. When Mr. Panagoyas asked me if I would speak at graduation, I immediately said yes. Then I promptly went downstairs to make sure I too would be graduating. But after that point, I sat down for what seemed like over 100 times, and I came up with nothing. How do we even begin to encapsulate 4 years together, or really our whole journey together, into one single speech? But it all started to take shape in a conversation with Ms. Cooley a few weeks ago, when we began discussing the end of the year. Since 5th grade, the class of 2011 began to develop and foster a special and remarkable relationship. Today, we aren't just leaving behind the bricks and mortar of 185 East Main Street. We're leaving behind a family now inclusive of friends, teachers, administrators, staff, and mentors. A family that motivated each other through the last 740 days of high school, and that all share in the joy of tonight's occasion. This unprecedented relationship and spirit of community is a tribute to our own town, our community, and our local leaders and activists that make Branford, Connecticut one of the greatest places in the world to grow up. Branford has provided us with a community that truly believes in us and the potential we all possess. It has given us unheard of opportunities and chances to grow and develop into the people that we have become today. At the end of the summer, many of us will take the next chapter of our lives all over the world. It is so important that we take a piece of Branford with us and help others discover the joy in being part of a special and unique community. No matter where life leads us, let us never forget where we came from and always be proud to call Branford home. We all set out on a journey, and we don't have to go far to hear someone talk and go on about how tough these times are, and how the challenges ahead for our generation are nothing less than insurmountable. But they're wrong. This world has never been as accessible and as interconnected as it is today. We are doing things inside and outside of the classroom that our parents and generations before could have never imagined. Students right here at Branford High School are Skyping with Spanish-speaking students across the globe. Non-traditional PE students are accessing hundreds of lessons and workouts digitally. Smartboards, Twitter, and cell phones are becoming essential classroom tools. Outside the classroom, the world is just a click away. The next big celebrities are found on YouTube, and young people across the globe are connecting via Facebook and working together to reach their world, reach their dreams to create a better world. Class of 2011, we have the potential to be a part of the generation that changes the way this world moves. I challenge us all to, in the words of Connecticut native and founder at age 17 of the Subway Restaurant Corporation, shoot first and aim later. Throw your biggest dreams out there and never be afraid to go for it until your vision is fulfilled. It has truly been a complete honor to be your president for the last 4 years. Thank you for everything you do for our community, for our town, and this school, and keep going. Thank you so much.
I was doing all right till Ryan said all that. Thank you to the class of 2011 for giving me the pleasure and honor of speaking to you this evening. It's been a long journey for us. When Greg and Ryan first came to me to ask me to speak tonight, they walked into my room, closed the door, and said, "We need to talk to you." All sorts of things were running through my head. What class did you cut? Do you need a pass? Do I have to cover for you? And then they got serious. Then I started to worry. My initial reaction to your invitation was that there was no way I could pull this off. Commencement speakers are usually famous people that you pay to come up here. I took some time before accepting this honor, and during that time I realized not only how much you have grown and matured over the years, but also how much I've done the same. Standing before you in our community is clearly evidence of change and growth in myself. Isn't it amazing how we've grown and changed together over the years? We've both been able to push ourselves out of our comfort zones, take more risks, rely on our instincts, through it all, land strongly on our feet. While reflecting on my own Cranford High School graduation, there are only a few things that I can remember. The weather, where I was sitting, and whom I was sitting with. I also remember slouching down in my seat as I heard my grandfather's voice screaming across the green. Does anyone see Jennifer Giannotti? Can someone get Jennifer Giannotti for me? Wow. He needed to make sure that I saw him. It's amazing how one of my most embarrassing moments is now one of my most fondest memories. I hope you find this true in your own lives. Some things are remembered, never remembered the same way twice. What I can't remember, is who gave the commencement speech that evening, or even what was said. So I guess that means I could probably just end here. Congrats and good night. No, I'm just kidding. You know me better than that. What I really hope you remember most about this night and what you take from this speech is that we all go through a transformation, and transformation is healthy. I learned something from some AP Psych students a couple weeks ago. If you use visualization, it helps to improve your memory. So bear with me and close your eyes for a moment. Now I'd like you to picture a caterpillar. Caterpillars are a symbol of change. They go through a metamorphosis, a change of form. We all go through several different forms before reaching adulthood, and it's continuous throughout our lives. Before you open your eyes, I want you to think about how you continuously change and grow and have grown over the last 4 years. Think about the evidence of change I recently gave many of you in the letters you wrote to yourself freshman year. Okay, you can open your eyes. You already have your eyes open. You don't trust me. When I look at you, I see change. Transformation from the lovely and awkward 10-year-old children I first met in 5th grade to the beautiful young adults I have in front of me today. I feel blessed to have seen you grow up. At one point, at your carnival dance, you were so timid, standing on the edges of the dance floor. And now at semi and prom, we can't get you off the floor. And I'm not even going to elaborate on the dance moves, guys. We were together for Nature's Classroom, for many a first time away from home, a touch of independence. Oh, the memories, the Orton report, dissecting our pellet, and of course the noiseless clap. What was that about anyway? Your lessons in health go on from things like hygiene, safety, germs, puberty, to relationships, addiction, stress, disease, and your favorite, which I didn't think was appropriate to talk about tonight, we'll just say sophomore health. Don't forget about all the factors that impact your health. Take care of your body. How many times have you heard me say, be resilient? You may remember some of my favorite quotes from Randy Couch in the last lecture. It's not about the cards you were dealt, but how you play the hand. If you haven't read this book, you should, or at least check it out on YouTube. Let's get back to talking about transformation and dealing with the cards we were dealt. You wouldn't think that struggling with the subject in high school would inspire a career. Well, if you don't believe me, just ask Mr. Sinodi, since he has the proof, and he loves to remind me of it. You see, he still carries his grade book from, let's just say, a long time ago. And next to Jennifer Giannotti, there is evidence of my struggles in high school, specifically in gym class, which is now what I love the most. I was like many of you who struggled with traditional PE. I couldn't find my niche in the team sports arena. I loved to be active, but flag football just wasn't for me. When I began teaching, I knew that I wanted to impart change in this program. I needed to reach all of the students. So when Greg emailed me, while I was out on maternity, thank you, he had an idea, yoga and PE, wouldn't that be great? Well, my wheels started turning. This was my chance to get in there and make a difference, to break down some of those barriers that not only held me back, but some of you as well. The lifetime classes bridge the gap for many students. It has enabled me to not only grow professionally, but has led me to be more of myself and and share more of my passion for a healthy lifestyle with all of you. I'm grateful for the opportunity afforded me by this course and take pleasure in watching many of you make the transformation. From the kid who was picked last in gym class to the confident athletes you've become. This brings me to another quote. Brick walls are there for a reason. The brick walls are not there to keep us out. They're there to show how badly we want something. We are all called to do something in life. Your real job is to figure out what your calling is. What do you feel passionate about? Where can you make a difference? What lies ahead for you in your journey, in your transformation? I've had so many thoughts running through my head when we were preparing my final message to you, trying to get as many words of wisdom in as I can. So here's a few that I chose. Be proud of who you are. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Think before you speak. Respect differences. And always follow the golden rule. For all your loved ones in the audience, if you want to continue to watch their flight, their continued metamorphosis, if you don't know what those mean, I have 2 words for you, Skype and tweet. And if you don't know what those mean, ask your graduates, because they sure do. I've really enjoyed these last few weeks at school. I had an opportunity to connect with many of you and talk about your plans for next year. I look at you with pride and joy in my heart. You too should be proud of yourselves. Be proud of the choices you've made. Today is a celebration of your transformation. Today you begin to spread your wings. If you had a hard time with the visualization you did earlier with me, let's see if this helps. Today I'll release these butterflies a little later, Mr. Panagolius, not now, as we release you, our butterflies, to watch you spread your wings and continue your journey. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you.